We begin tonight at 6 with an international nightmare for two American citizens.
The couple is stuck in a Mexican jail over a dispute involving a timeshare. Fox 2's Charlie Langton with the story all over social media. This is going everywhere right now.
Yeah, this is a really crazy story, too. Okay, so here's what's happening now. A couple from Michigan. They go and they have some kind of a dispute with a timeshare with a company called Palace Resorts. They're big. They're in Cancun, but they're other places as well. Anyway, the dispute was done. So they thought. And where did this couple like to go to a vacation? Cancun. Well, 3 weeks ago, as they got off the plane in Cancun, they get arrested. And they've been in a jail for 21 days, despite the fact they thought this dispute was all done. Take a look. Is this whole thing a timeshare dispute?
Correct.
Lindsay Lemke's parents had a membership with the Palace Resorts, a company based in Florida that owns a number of resorts and timeshares in Mexico. But Lindsay says the Palace Resorts breached the contract.
Correct. They even hired a lawyer previously to help with this situation to make sure they handled things correctly.
Contract was for about $117,000, but it was over a year ago. No dispute, they thought. So your parents decided they wanted to go to Cancun, and what happened when they got off the plane?
They went through customs and they were detained and arrested in the Cancun airport.
Mexican officials claimed that there were outstanding charges of criminal fraud and sent them straight to jail. That was 21 days ago.
She's very confused. She cries a lot. She is scared. She's unaware of the amount of corruption that is going on with this case. She is upset because she can't see her husband.
Her husband is Lindsay's stepfather, 60 years old, Paul Akeo, a 21-year veteran of the U.S. Navy and currently works for the Michigan State Police.
Our country is allowing 2 U.S. citizens to sit in prison over a timeshare dispute in Mexico. They cried out for help and nothing happened.
Lindsay Lemke, you may recall that name. She was the 2-time national champion gymnast at Michigan State and a survivor of Dr. Larry Nassar. Now she just wants her parents home.
We need help from our government. We need them to realize there are 2 innocent Americans being held hostage in a Mexican prison over a timeshare dispute. And by them not acting and doing anything about it, they are allowing Mexico to do that.
All right, a couple things. I did reach out to the resorts people, the resorts, Palace Resorts, and we are still waiting for a response. And when we get that, we'll put it on our website, fox2detroit.com. The other thing, the last hearing, it was determined that the Palace Company would be given 6 more months to gather evidence, which means that Lindsay's parents will stay in a Mexican jail for 6 more months, minimum. There's no trial date set, and that's where we are. Now, this is if this is the United States, what I'm familiar with, on a dispute, I don't care how much it is, 99% of the time, it's a civil case. You don't go to jail, it's money. And this case, according to the people that I talked to, this was done. It's a dispute over timeshare. That's it. Breach of contract. You don't go to jail. Mexico, little different story. They're in jail.
Charlie, you're a lawyer here, obviously, quite literally lost in translation. How do you find representation there, and how does that work?
I asked them, these proceedings, they're in Spanish? Do you people speak Spanish? No. All the contract, all the pleas, Spanish. They don't read Spanish, so it's very, very difficult. Now, they do have lawyers. They paid them a lot of money. But you still have to, the legal system's a little bit different. We don't have bond. There's no bond in this case. No bond. We have murderers and murderers here, no bond. But in every other case, you get a bond. You get a chance to go out and assist your attorney in preparing a case. Listen, I don't know where this is going other than the fact that these people have reached out to the congressional people, the governor's office, et cetera, to try to get some help. They shouldn't be in a jail what I would think is a civil dispute over money. He did 21 years he was in the Navy for 21 years.
Wow.
I mean, he works for the Michigan State Police. These are good people. These are good people that are caught up in the system.
Let's hope that, as you say, the congressional delegation here in Michigan, whether it be Senator Slotkin, Senator Peters, Lisa McClain, John James, Debbie Dingell, if any of the staffers are watching this right now, figure out a way to get these Americans home where they belong.
Yeah, that's right. And again, no trial date, and it looks like 6 more months. So the Palace people, who probably told the Mexican authorities what was going on, they're going to get 6 more months, meaning these people stay in jail for 6 more months.
Makes you
Doesn't make sense
makes
to
you
me.
second guess wanting to go on a trip
Right.
and visit a place
Especially
where
this
you're not
time of
sure
year, right?
what's going to happen here. Charlie, thank you for that report here today.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.